Hi everyone, thank you for watching. I really am honored and flattered when anyone watches, and especially when you guys reach out to me and give me pointers or let me know that you enjoyed what I had to talk about. Today I'm going to do a video on how to detox your home, and I wrote out 7 areas that we detoxed our home over the past 6 months. I had a scare when I went into a doctor's appointment and they saw something near my cervix and I had to get cancer tests. I've never had that feeling before, but I have lost dogs to cancer and it went really quickly. It went within a couple months. So when I found out about that, I thought maybe I had cancer and I was going to be fighting for my life, and it really terrified me, honestly, and I was very depressed and I didn't know what was going to happen. I joined some groups, non-toxic mom groups, and also got a book that was very knowledgeable, and I honestly didn't finish it. I was kind of horrified from everything that I found out, but there was a lot of good information, and I want to share that with anyone that wants to improve their health and who wants to spend less money, because I have been saving a ton of money. I used to go to the store at the beginning of the month and stock up on all of our cleaning supplies. And as I go through the list, you'll see the different things that I've made and how much it's cost effective, and it's really is a huge difference. I was really surprised to find out how many things in our houses are toxic to our health and can make us really sick. It can affect our organs, and all of us have just been raised watching commercials where they sing a jingle and they tell you that this is the best product and everybody uses it. So you want to get all the great products and use all of those. I used to feel so good having 409 cleaner and pine sol and all the good stuff, all the good smelly candles and all that kind of stuff. But the more you find out about it, it's very toxic and it's very bad for you. And when you're in your house a lot and you're just breathing all of these chemicals all the time, it's terrible. And they're not required to disclose the damage that it can do to us. And even though they do disclose some things and say how toxic and don't want children or animals around it and all these different things, we still use them blindly without really questioning anything that's going on. So the first one I'll start with is I used to always buy Dawn dish soap, and anything with blue dyes or any dyes really are not good for us. And um, it has other things I believe that are in there, and I'm not going to be all scientific and know all the facts for everything. You can research it, you can believe me, you can call BS or whatnot. But if you want to make a change, this is something that we've been using, and I'm not getting paid for advertising any of this stuff or anything like that. I'm just sharing with you guys what has worked for us. We've tried a couple different products, and one was my son's. It was very sensitive on his skin, and he could not do it. So this one, it is woman owned, made in the USA, and it's made by plants, and it's free of dyes and parabens and all those other good words that I can't pronounce right now. So that's the first thing. I did try Castile soap, and it has a mint, but I heard something controversial about them, and I think that the mint and one of the other uh, types were not that good for you. So I'm not too sure on that, but I still want to learn how to make it more homemade. And the Native American way, I've looked up, like they use the yucca plant for soap and different things like that. So I want to start getting some plants and making soaps. But right now, that's where we're at. A lot of people in my groups were posting the homemade pine cleaner. So I made it, and I made a ton of it because I used my Christmas tree. People have said that if the tree's been sprayed, it's not the best to use it, but if you look at the ingredients in pine sol and the effects and learn about the things it can do to our bodies, this is much better. And it's vinegar with pine, and it says you can put it a week in the sun or about 6 weeks in a dark thing. I like them in the sun. This one hasn't been in the sun yet, but when you do put them in the sun, they get a really golden color, and it has antimicrobial properties in the pine, and it's very good, and it smells good, and you can clean your floors, your windows, anything, that you would use pine sol for, or that you would use vinegar for as well. And you also want to flip it when it's sitting for the 6 weeks. You might want to turn it up and down a little bit so things don't get yucky in there. All right, so the next thing I would buy, as I said, was the 409. And this is something that I just made and I haven't actually tried it out yet. But you can take any orange or citrus. You can take lemon peels. You put them in a jar, fill it up with vinegar, and then same thing. But these have been sitting in the cupboard for quite a while, and you strain it and put it in a spray bottle. Or I don't even strain the pine sol, to be honest. I just dump it out, and then if pine needles get in there, I just use that to scrub up what I'm scrubbing up and get on with the day. I go through a lot of it, and I have a lot of jars, and every month or so I would make more since they take 4 to 6 weeks to be ready. And I did stick some out in the sun, but I used those up right away, and I wish I would have had one for this video to show the difference in the color and everything, but I'll pop a few more out there and show it on the next video. All right, so another thing that I use as a cleaning is baking soda and water. And baking soda really does clean very well with squeezing a little bit of lemon in there. It fizzes all up and it cleans very well. I also just clean with just a lemon. I can just clean the countertops and the stove and everything. I turn the lemon over and it acts as a sponge and it scrubs everything up, and then you just wipe it down with a rag or paper towels. And I was going to say I have cotton wash rags, then you're not going through so many paper towels. But we were at the store the other day. We go to this farmer's store. It's a family owned store, and they had a whole pack of these, and they're bamboo. So I would say that put to wipe it down. Even just water and elbow grease or soap, it's like we think we need all these chemicals and things to clean, but we really don't. The one thing that I've been making that I just really love to make, and even my son makes for us, and it's super simple to make, and I feel like it saves us a lot, because when I buy laundry soap, I buy a big thing of it, and then I'm always carrying a big thing of laundry soap, and it's mostly water, I've heard, and it has all these chemicals and dyes and stuff in it, and it's really not good for us to have on our clothes and to wear on our bodies. So this is what we do. If you can read it, I tried to write it out for everybody, but it's 1.5 cups baking soda, 1.5 cups baking soda ash, which is just baking soda in the oven for 1 hour at 300 degrees. That's how you make the ash. And then 1/2 cup Epsom salt, 1/4 cup sea salt, and you can add essential oils if you want. But seriously, my son, I have him go in there with the recipe and he just mixes it up, and that lasts us for quite a while, just that amount. And we take 3 tablespoons, put it in a jar, and it cleans the clothes very well. They're not stiff or anything. I don't even put the essential oil in there, but a lot of people do. The other thing is sponges that we use. I used to always buy a pack of sponges, and I loved having them on hand all the time until they would get yucky, and then I would throw them out. But they actually have microfibers that have plastics that can come out, and we don't want to have those in our bodies and everything. So I switched over and I just ordered this kit, and this kit, some of the pieces did fall apart, and so I'm going to keep looking for something different, but it was a bamboo, like a natural bristle. And this gets in all of our jars. We reuse a lot of kombucha jars, so I use that. And I had the lemon here just to show that I use that just as a sponge, the back of it. And it does clean very, very well. I'm not kidding. I'm super surprised on that one. So, and then the essential oils, I had lavender and mint that you could add to your laundry soap if you want to give it a little bit of a good smell. The last two things, one I haven't gotten yet. It's the broom. So I have a broom that has all the plastic bristles, and that's not good either. It can let plastics off and whatnot. So I want to get a straw, the Vietnamese straw house brooms. That's on my list. And the one thing that I was kind of shocked about that was toxic for us, this lady said that she goes into homes, and if people are having problems, if they're sick, this lady and her daughter were experiencing problems. I can't recall all the facts. It might have been kidney problems or respiratory problems. I think that may have been at the respiratory. But she went in there and she goes, "Oh my goodness, they have all of these candles and all of these air fresheners and all these things that actually put off toxins in the air. And we don't even know it. And we think that we're just doing a wonderful job being housekeepers and having all these things that smell so nice and fancy, but they can be making us really sick." So I just wanted to share that with you guys. If, you know, you want to improve things in your home and you want to make things, it only takes a couple ingredients. It only takes a couple minutes. And then you can have a wonderful product that you know what went into it, and you don't have to be afraid to use it. And you can feel good about your family being safe. All right, that's all I have for now. Take care. Bye.